Okay, so I need to start crafting for my daughter's birthday party. I love putting together little crafts for decor for my kiddos' parties, and it's so exciting. My little one is turning 6, although I wish she was still in the toddler age because I really loved that age. So I am going to craft for her little birthday parties. We're gonna have one for just family, and then we're gonna have some with her friends as well. So I have this first little craft here. We're gonna do probably about 6 items today, and we're gonna get everything all ready to go for her party and inspire you along the way. I have these little bowls. These are really neat. I think I found them at Hobby Lobby a long time ago, but you can find stuff like this anywhere. But I love these because they're nice and fun and girly, but they also have a really fun little look to them for a birthday party. They're just nice and kind of classic looking. So I also have these little wooden spoons, and these I know are from Hobby Lobby. I like to put little candies in here and then put little spoons in there. That way the little kiddos can just have a little sweet treat along with their cake. And so I thought it'd be fun this time around. I've used these spoons quite a few times, but I thought it would be fun this time around to actually do a little iron on to the little spoon handle. So what I will do is I'm going to preheat this. I'm going to try medium, and this is just my Easy Press Mini, and everything that I'm using to bring all of these crafts together will be linked down below. And I am going to actually use a glitter iron-on to place little decals or wording onto each of these cute little spoon handles. So I simply spelled out, let's see, what did I decide on? Oh, sweet treat and yummy. Let me make sure I got the dot to the exclamation point, which I do. And then there was no punctuation on the second one. Okay, so I have teeny tiny little letters here. When I'm doing something with teeny tiny letters, I either try to do iron-on, and if that's not possible, I try to be mindful of choosing a font that is either script, and the reason being is because it's all connected, which makes it a little bit easier when weaving it. And if that's not possible, I just try to find a font that's a little bit more thick. I find that if you choose a thicker font and you are intending to have it be at a really small size, then it will really be a better option instead of small and intricate, right? That would be a little bit more challenging, though not impossible. Okay, so I have that all weeded out. In fact, I think I may have forgotten the little inside to the Y here. There we go. Okay, so here is the little wording. I need to get this little tiny piece that's right here. Before you do any iron-on, make sure everything is weeded out first, because you don't want to accidentally take one of the pieces that you weeded from the inside and iron it onto your project. Okay, so that's all done, and now what I'm going to do is I'll take one of my little wooden spoons. I'm going to just put a little bit of heat to prep the wood right there, just a little bit. And then because this liner is sticky, it's so nice because I'm able to line up and stick my little iron-on right on there, make sure I like it before applying heat, and that looks good. So now I am simply going to apply the heat. And again, I'm using a glitter iron-on. I have this on medium, and we'll see how it does. And the little mini Easy Press is intended to be moved around, so I just move as I heat, monitoring my project to make sure that it's not overheating. But I did it for about 15 seconds, and I think that's probably going to be good. So what I'm going to do is I will put this face down on my cold mat while I work on the second one. So again, preheating. Okay, and then this one will say sweet treat, which is so cute. But let me make sure that's nice and aligned. And actually, I see a little weeded out piece on this as well. So let's get that off. And I like that, so I will do the same thing. Just do subtle movements and heat that onto the handle. You absolutely could use an adhesive vinyl as well. Whenever I want to use glitter, I opt for an iron-on because I do not use glitter adhesive vinyl. It's just a stinker. Okay, so now I can just, once this is cooled, peel that liner up, and then I have a cute little decal right on the little spoon. Isn't that cute? I think it's something that's just very simple, but it's fun. Okay, let's see if this is nice and cool, which it is. And there this one is as well. And I think having the little glitter on there is really cute. I'm not sure if the camera's picking that up quite well, but it's very, very cute in person. Okay, so there is the first little craft that I'm putting together for party day. I think these are super cute, super easy. And again, I believe the bowls were from Hobby Lobby, but you can choose anything that fits with the theme and color scheme of your party. But I know that these spoons are definitely from Hobby Lobby, and they come in, well, you could call it a spoon or a scoop really, but they come in this size, and I think they come in a smaller size as well. But they're very cute, very fun, and they really add for a cute little element to a birthday party. Okay, I have these cute little mason jars. Well, it's kind of like a mason jar, right? It is a little ceramic jar, and they have a decal on them because if you remember, gosh, almost 2 years ago when my littlest turned 1, we had a really fun little astronaut birthday party, and I made these little ceramic jars, added little things to them so that we could have something for the forks, knives, and spoons at the little cake table. Now, the reason I kept this on here was because, well, I'm a mom and I didn't have time to redo it after it was over, but because I repeatedly get asked if we can take off vinyl from pieces, and the answer is absolutely yes. I do it all the time. I remove vinyl all the time, either because after a while maybe it fails because I'm somebody who puts everything in the dishwasher. So after a while I just redo the decals that we have. But I also remove it sometimes because, well, sometimes I just really like the blank that I'm using and I don't necessarily want the design on it any longer. And that's just a natural part of, you know, the times changing or styles changing. So I am always removing vinyl. I'm removing it from things like this, but also from items like wood signs. Sometimes with wood signs though, I do have to reapply some chalk paint to the top of it just to either get the residue off. Stuff like this is so easy. I just use my weeding tool and I gently peel it right on up, and then once I'm done, I just add a little bit of rubbing alcohol, both to re-prep the surface for the new decal, but also to remove any leftover residue that may be still on from removing the decal. So again, I just go very gently and remove the vinyl, and it is brand new and ready for the next project. Okay, so this vinyl again has been on these little jars for almost 2 years, a little less than 2 years, but comes right off. Now you can see, I'm not sure if you can really see, there's a little bit of residue there. Can you even pick that up? Just a little bit, but again, a little rubbing alcohol and that will remedy that very quickly and it'll be ready for our next project. And in this case, we're not doing a first birthday party, but a 6th birthday party. So I'm going to do the same type of idea. I got gold forks, knives, and spoons for the party, and I thought it would be so cute to do some colorful little decals for the front that spell out 6. Okay, so I just have some rubbing alcohol here that I will spray onto each surface, and then I can just go ahead and rub and take off all of the residue. Okay, so I picked 3 vinyl colors. I went through my little scrap bin and I went to choose, oh, those are almost, okay, that's actually gonna work great, and I'll show you in a minute why, because even though they are not the exact same color, that's perfect because of the birthday banner that I'm using. It has both kind of tones of pink, and you'll see that in just a little bit. So I'm gonna grab my weeding tool. This is a new font that I purchased recently that I adore. It is so cute. I will list it down below in the description box, as well as the font that I used in the last craft on those little wooden spoon handles. But it's so cute and so playful. I love it. So I just spelled out 6. Originally, I was going to do a little candle for the eye, just like in the previous craft, how I did the little earth for the O in one, but I just couldn't find one that I really, really loved. So I went ahead and kept it simple, and this is such a playful, cute font that I thought it was playful on its own without having fun with anything else. Okay, so now I'll grab some transfer tape and I'll just place these right onto the little jars. Okay, this is that new transfer tape that I am trying out. Again, we saw this in my last Cricut video where I actually found some really cool Cricut blanks at Walmart. I'll link that video for you if you want to go ahead and check that out. That was the first time that I had specifically gone to Walmart in search of tools for, or not tools, but really crafty ideas for my Cricut, and I was pretty pleasantly surprised. So again, in that video I was telling you it wasn't really the most economical, but I'm getting off track here. The reason I brought that up is in that video I was showing you this new transfer tape that I am trying out. It's a little bit of a stinker on wood so far, although I'm still going to give it a little bit more grace of experimenting. But I do think that not all transfer tape is created the same, and this may be one that I really like for drinkware. It definitely has another level of sticky to it. So that is one thing that I like in, well, in the fact that honestly, we're probably going to be able to reuse it over and over. But just because transfer tape works perfectly for one thing doesn't mean it's going to work good for every single thing. So I'm giving this a try, and just know I'll link my absolute favorite down below, but I am actually liking this for drinkware. I think it's working really well. So things like glass and metal, so far it's working very nice. Okay, there is the eye, and then finally we'll do X. Peel that off as well. Transfers so nice. Let's bring this down just a little bit. I need my cup cradle out. Okay, I think that looks good. And there we go. Okay, so these will be for the little utensils. I think that is so cute, so fun. And again, I went ahead and found at Hobby Lobby some gold utensils, plastic utensils, and I think that's gonna be super cute with the nice soft kind of cream finish, but also the nice pastels. I'm going to bring in this cute little shirt, and I love this. I purchased this a couple years ago at Target. I did pre-wash it. I like to pre-wash my clothing before putting iron-on onto them. I just find that I'm more successful with the iron-on lasting when I do so. So this is pre-washed, but I love this. It's more of a little baby doll shirt, and it has the cute little eyelet ruffles on the side. But I'm going to take my Easy Press Mini, and the reason I'm choosing the Mini is because I only want to add iron-on to this tiny little spot. So it's a good choice for just grabbing a small press, but also because then I can just apply the focused press right here and not worry about the seam that is right here, creating an uneven pressing surface. Okay, I really like a tone-on-tone look. I think it is so simple and so fun. So I'm going to go ahead and very quickly weed out my design here. I used a fun new font that I really like, and I simply spelled out Birthday Girl, and I thought that was just so simple and so cute. So there we go. I'll quickly go through and get all the little middles, and we'll be good to go. It is freezing in our area right now. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. We are getting ready to have a huge snowstorm that's coming through today and through the night. At least they say it is, so we'll see if it happens, but I think it will. And it's going to get so bitter cold. So I am literally living in my snow hat because I am just frozen. Okay, here we go. So I already preheated that surface. I'll also, I can't remember if I did lint roll, but I'll go ahead and do that as well. And then I have just a really simple birthday girl, and I thought that was so sweet. And I think that placement looks great. So now I'll just take my little press. Again, the little tiny mini easy press is intended to be moved as it's heating. So that's why you'll see me having constant movement. There we go. And I'm doing for about 30 seconds. That should be just about right. Again, always monitor the project in front of you. That way you can determine if you need any more or any less heat. Okay, so that seems like it's going to be good. I'm going to remove my little shirt from the pressing pad because this will hold the heat in and then it will keep the shirt nice and warm. But I'm going to turn this over and then just let that heat be drawn out. It helps it just move the craft along nice and quickly. Okay, and then once it's nice and cool, I can start peeling this off. Now I saw one little area right at the top of that B that was kind of peeling up. So, and a little bit at that L there, and that could be just me because towards the ends, maybe I wasn't doing as much of a focused press. But what I'm going to do is simply take my liner and place it right back over my iron-on. And the great thing about the little mini is I can just focus on the areas that I saw had a little problem instead of reheating my entire design. So I'm just going to do a little focus press on the beginning and the end. I can do a little bit more on the others, but my main heat will go on those little problem areas just to get those really down. And then I'll repeat removing the heat pad, drawing the heat out of the iron-on, and then I can peel that up once more. And there we are. And much better. I love how that turned out. That turned out so sweet, and it's a really fun but simple shirt. I think that she can wear that to school when she hands out her little cupcakes with her friends, and I think that's going to be just a sweet little piece for wearing for her birthday. Let's go ahead and do some party favors. Then I need to make a couple more pieces of decor, and then of course her cake topper. Okay, so circling back to that last video, again, I found these little pillow boxes at Walmart and they come in a set of 6. I think they are adorable. I'm gonna add a little bit of adhesive vinyl to the front, and these are going to be our little, I guess you can call them a little treat box, which you hand out to all your little friends after your birthday party. So we're just going to do a fun little simple gift. And, oops, I lost one little Y there. Let's see if we can place that right back on there, which we can. Okay, so you've seen both of these fonts in this video right now, but I went ahead and merged them together. I love pairing fonts, and actually there is no center to this O, so that is intentionally filled in, but I just went ahead and took those 2 fonts and did thank and you for thank you. I thought that'd be super cute. So I'll get all the little pieces. Now, because I am putting these onto more of a cardboard papery surface, and because I know that that new transfer tape that I have is super, super sticky, I'm gonna opt for a different transfer tape, because if you use something that is overly sticky and kind of more of aggressive in terms of a transfer tape, you could risk ripping your papery surface, and in this case, we're doing more of a cardboard. So I'm going to remove these little boxes. Oh, I guess it's staring me right in the face, the little tie here, but that's so nice that that is included. Okay, so again, they have a little set of 6, and I thought the colors were super cute. Okay, so I'll have these all ready to go, and then let's add our transfer tape. Okay, so I have more of a paper transfer tape here, and I'll try to link something similar down below, but it is a little bit more low tack, which is super nice for particular projects like this, where you want it to be a little bit gentler on the item that you are putting it on. So let me see if I can get this started. I haven't used this in forever. Oh my goodness. And again, this is a great example of how transfer tape is not all created equal, and some transfer tapes are better for certain projects, while other transfer tapes are better for other projects. Okay, so I'm just gonna peel all this off and I'll place it all down at one time. Because this is so low tack, I don't find that I reuse it. Once I've used it the first time, I tend to just toss it because it doesn't have a ton of stick to it, which again is good for this project, but to be reusing it, you know, it doesn't really reuse as well, though it's possible. Okay, I'm gonna burnish the front and back. So we'll do the front, and then we'll just go ahead and peel this up, and then do the back side. And then what I'll do is I will simply take some scissors and trim these all apart. I'm careful not to cut into my design. I accidentally got these a little bit close in design space, but that's okay. Okay, so now I already burnished the top and bottom, so now I can just peel off my carrier sheet and leave my design on the transfer tape. And then one by one, I don't need to do any prep for the surface of these, but one by one I can just go ahead, place these right on, grab my scraper tool, and then, again, this is the part of the project where you want to be careful what transfer tape you use because you don't want your transfer tape to rip your papery surface. Okay, so that is what that will look like. And then of course, it's a pillow box. So you just open it up, fold down the sides on both sides, and then you can fill it with either candy or any type of little goodie that you want to do. Isn't that cute? Actually, I'm gonna do, that way you don't see that little seam. So do the back and then the front, and it's a lot cleaner on the front. Isn't that cute? I think that's so fun. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of them. That way they are all prepped and ready. These are so cute, and I really think they're the perfect size. You can do like a little tiny miniature little poppet. You could do a little bracelet and I don't know, maybe some bubbles or something like that, but something that's super fun, super small. Keep it simple. And it also helps when you're going to the party as the mama who is hosting and you don't have all these huge things. It's so nice to have small little thank yous. All right, so there are the little boxes. I'm not gonna pop open, excuse me, all of them because I want to be able to just, as I'm getting this party organized, have little smaller spaces of things. But again, this is the final look of that. You can find these at Walmart. And then I'm not sure that I'm gonna add these to the front. I probably could, I think that'd be super cute. Or I'll grab some maybe different ribbon in my collection to use for these, but I think these are so fun and it's such a fun little idea. Okay, hope this was inspiring for you. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so the next thing that I want to work on is I want to work on some party decor. I kind of like to have some decor just on the table and where all of the little goodies are. So I am going to do something fun with this stamp set now. Simon Says Stamp did send this over to me complimentary, and they sent over the coordinating dies. This is from their brand new release. It's called Hello There Animals, and as soon as I saw it, I was super excited because not only are my kids gonna love to play with this, but my daughter has her birthday this month, so we're gonna be creating a little bit of party decor with these stamps. And I love doing things that are non-card related with stamps because I think it's just a fun way to stretch all of your card making supplies. Okay, so we have this stamp set, but we also have, I've bought these, I really wanna say probably a decade ago, and they're from IKEA. I don't even know if they have them anymore, but I will try to link something similar down below in the description box. And honestly, if you probably just searched for some kind of pedestal frame, you'd find things that are very similar. But I've had these, and I have 3 of them. I have them from IKEA. Again, I bought them so long ago. And the reason that I purchased them a while ago was because I wanted to do some fun Valentine's Day decor. Well, it's honestly probably been 8 or 9 or 10 Valentine's Days since I purchased these, and now I'm going to use them for party decor. And the best thing about these is, here's the frame, right? Then you also get 2 little clear windows. You'll take off the little protective film here. For this purpose, I'm not going to use those, but what you would do is you would just put your picture or whatever in between, and then at the top here, you can just slide this in. So hello interchangeable, so nice and easy if you want to do seasonal decor. And then of course this is, and I'll show you this on screen, that way you absolutely know exactly what it is from IKEA. Okay, but anyway, I will try to link something similar down below for you. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to create some fun decor for the table, and whether this is going to be at the gift table or, you know, where some little snackies are, I thought this would be really fun. So we're having a little family birthday party for her, and I thought this would be just fun and simple decor. Now I'll show you my inspiration here. This is a little ribbon banner that I have had since my first baby was born. And so this is kind of dedicated to be the birthday little ribbon streamer banner for every birthday that we have, which is just so pretty, so cute and fun and playful. So I am going to be pulling colors for this decor project. That way everything coordinates really nicely. And the colors that I thought looked great were from Concord and Ninth. So I went ahead and grabbed a few of their colors. I think this is Nectar, and then I have Grapefruit, and then I have, is this Tide Pool or is this Seafoam? I cannot remember which one, but it's in their cardstock collection. But I thought that these colors complemented that super well. Okay, so away with the birthday little streamer. And let's go ahead and start creating. So the first thing that I did is I went ahead and I cut out a piece of cardstock to use as my base. This is sized at 4 by 6. Okay, and then because I'm going to be doing color blocks in 3, I am going to use little paper strips that are 2 inches wide, or tall, excuse me, 2 inches tall. So these little color strips are going to be 4 by 2. So 4 by 2, 4 by 2, and I need to trim this down as well. That is not 4 by 2 though. Did I accidentally use my scrap piece? That's absolutely not correct. So let me trim that one down as well. Oh, I'm in party planning mode, which is super fun, but it's also making me a little sleepy. Okay, let's zoom out just a little bit so that we can actually see everything here. But I'm gonna go ahead and trim these down. So this is going to be 4 inches, again, by 2. So that should be just fine. And then I'll do this as well. So 2 by the 4. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna get all my little scraps put away. And usually I would use just a tape runner for this part, but my tape runner literally just ran out. So I need to just go ahead and replace that. Is there something that's so I mean, I guess definitely not exciting when you're in the middle of a project, but I also do love seeing craft supplies run out because that means that they are loved and well used. So much better than seeing craft supplies just sit around. So as annoying as it can be sometimes to see things run out, sometimes it also makes me super happy and proud of myself that they're well loved and being used. Okay, so here is my first little color block. Again, 4 inches by 2 inches. And that's just based on the number of little blocks that I'm using and my little template, right? So it's a 4 by 6 frame. Just a little bit of liquid glue will do, but again, a tape runner would probably be preferred just for quick work. Okay, so I'm gonna put that next one on, just like that. I love these colors together. I think they are so pretty, and I'm gonna have to remember this color combination for some fun birthday cards. I just think that's adorable. Okay, and then the last one is there. Okay, so super cute, super easy. Done, and whoops, that totally got, let's see if we can bend that really quick. Oh yeah, easy peasy. Got shifted a little bit. Okay, so Done, easy peasy, and then I can take my frame and slip that right on in. How cute is that? Okay, so I have my frame all ready. Let me do my other additional 2 frames because I want to have a little trio here. Okay, so my other frames are done. So here are my 3 little frames. Aren't those cute? Okay, so now I'm gonna set these to the side, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm keeping this extremely simple, and I kind of want to give it like a comic book feel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay black and white here. Now I have opened this stamp set today, and I was playing around with it because my kids saw it and they really wanted to play with it, and they love all the coloring, right? So I stamped us some coloring pages out, and then I had some fun with some alcohol markers and kind of wanted just to see the direction I wanted to take this whole project in. But really, I think that having colored images would just distract from the fun color block that we have going on here. So for me, now everybody has their own style, everyone has their own, outlook of where they want their project to go. But for me, I think I'm gonna keep the color in the background, and I'm gonna do this really simple black and white images to pop on top. And I think that's going to be super, super cute. So in order to do that, I'm going to bring in my little Misty so we can stamp these out. Oh, you can see the little glasses here. And again, I do have the coordinating dies, and let's zoom right back in so we can really see what we're doing. Okay, let's go ahead and grab just some 80-pound cardstock. Okay, and let's see if I can get as many of these little cuties as I can on here. So what I will do, so I'll grab the bunny, okay, and the dog, this little cat, and then I think I will grab a couple embellishments. So we'll do a hat, and we'll do the little bow tie. Oops. And of course you can see you can do little glasses. I'll show you a little bit more focused look. Now I want to make sure I give myself room to use the coordinating dies because I want to cut these out, and I think that that is plenty of room. So let me go ahead. Oops, that little piece. My little washi tape got under there, but I think it's gonna be okay. There we go. Okay, so we're good to go there. But let's set this to the side for a second. Everything is in position, but the stamp set up close, you have your 3 little critters, of course, but then you have glasses, a little bow that you could either put in one of their little hair areas, or you could do a bow tie. And then we have a party hat, and then I love the wording. It's adorable. Isn't it so cute? We have hey girl hey, oh hello there, and happy birthday. So what's really fun about this is that it does not have to take on a birthday feel because you have really fun additional sentiments that could take this in a different direction. But of course I'm working on a birthday type project, so we're going to incorporate the birthday things. Okay, let's go ahead, make sure that I have this all in the right spot. I'm going to use washi tape here because I don't want my little, let's see, what if I put it here? Oh, that would be fine. Let's do that. Okay, just move that a little bit. Make sure this is nudged right in the corner. Okay, and then because I'm not coloring or anything, I could really use any ink that I want, but I'm going to use this Memento ink because it is right handy, right by my little workspace today. Okay, and let's give these 2 little stamps, get some really good contrast here. I have lately really been liking the idea of bringing in color elsewhere and not through traditional coloring methods. So whether it is using a background that is really vibrant and then keeping the stamps black and white, or another idea altogether. I just think it's been really fun, and it just offers a different look and idea. Okay, let's do one more. Stamps out really well, but let's get some additional contrast. Okay. And there we go. Just a little additional pressure and ink, and that should look amazing. Okay, let me clean these up, then we'll get to cutting these out and really layering them on our little pedestal frames. All right, just cleaning off these stamps. And while I have my MISTI out, what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and stamp out all of the little sentiments. No promises that I'm going to be using all of them, but let's go ahead and stamp them out and have some fun creating some options. And I'll go ahead and use the same cardstock, 80 pound, and let's see how many sentiments. I'm thinking I'll probably get to maybe 2 sentiments on each little panel. Again, giving them ample room to have the little coordinating die around them. Okay, there is this. Okay, let me just cling those stamps down, and I'm going to condition these stamps because they are being used, at least the sentiment parts of the stamp are being used for the first time. Again, we were playing around and having so much fun with the little images earlier today. My kids love it. They always, when they see new stamp sets come in the mail, they want me to make little coloring pages for them. So I urge you, if you have little kiddos around when you are playing with stamps, stamp out little coloring pages for them. It really makes for such a sweet little quality time while crafting, and they can get involved in their own little way. Okay, so probably need to double or at least triple stamp this. We're gonna have to also get a little bit more of a focus press right on that second P there. There we go. Okay, so not bad, but we'll definitely darken that up a bit. Let's see what the second stamp does. Oh, still, it's getting better, right? But that little P, I might have either a bubble in it or what, I'm not sure. Okay, let's do just a tad more, and I think we'll call it good. Okay, final one. I know right here and right here need more of a press. They're a little bit shallow there. Perfect, I love that. Okay, I will go ahead, grab an additional panel, and I will stamp out our final little Hey Girl Hey, and then we'll start cutting all of these out. Okay, here is our third and final stamp. I think that looks good, and let's start cutting these out. Okay, so I am just trimming out all of my little dies here, getting them all ready to go. And then I'm going to secure them with some washi tape and run them through my Platinum 6. I think that was the last of them. Okay, so hopefully I gave myself enough room. Let's see, these are all sentiments, so I'll put those to the side. But hopefully I gave myself enough room to place these together. And if not, I'll just run them through separately. But now I'm just going to get these all arranged. And that looks good. Okay. Just like so. And sometimes I do at least a couple. Okay. And then I'll just go through and get these all placed on. Okay, let's flip this around. Get this last little one right on here. Aren't they cute? I am obsessed. I really want to make a birthday card. Not today. I've got so much on my plate for getting this party. Well, we're having a party with friends, right? Her little friends, but we're also having a family party as well. So I feel like I am between all of the fun little decor and her presents, getting that all ready. I feel like I am just working my way through a list here. Okay, so I have my Platinum 6. Let me zoom out here just a little bit. That way we can have a little grace of space. Okay, Platinum 6. I have my images with their coordinating dies, and let's run this through. Okay. Okay, there we go. And let's see how these turned out. Oh my goodness. They're gonna be so cute. Okay, being careful that I don't, oops, did I not get that close enough? Oh, you know what they are? How cute is that? You guys, the little dies at the bottom. I don't know if you can really see that. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to do something so fun with this. These don't have little cuts at the bottom, so you could flip them up. Let me show you what I mean. Oh my gosh, I did not know this about this set. I love it when there are little surprising elements. Oh, this is gonna be so fun. Okay, so we have our little hat. I'm definitely gonna have to make a card with these cuties. Oh, but if you did want the whole thing cut out, we're simply gonna take some scissors, because for the purpose of this project, I do want them fully cut out. But if you wanted to do a card that had little pop-ups, let's see here. See how the die has the little cut around just the top, but then the bottom, it doesn't have anything. It's just shallow, right? So then these little pieces can just pop up like so. I mean, how cute is that? That is so fun. I love this because I think it's one really cool way to start stretching your supplies when they do really cool things like this. Love it. Okay, and I'm actually, for the purpose of how I'm doing this project with the frames, I'm actually really digging that they're not cut directly at the bottom, because this is going to allow me the chance to really get them sized perfectly to kind of peek out of these little frames here. So that's actually really nice, because the paper will still fall below enough to where it doesn't have like a hard stop on it. So I'm actually going to, I mean, you could cut them straight across, but I'm going to keep the little additional base on there. This one will be a little bit thick at the bottom, so I'll have to trim that down. But I think a little bit of spacious paper at the bottom is going to help me for at least the direction that I'm taking my project. Okay, really quickly, I will go ahead and run these through and get them all trimmed out, and then we are all about assembling these cute little frames. Okay, so the sentiments, on the other hand, do cut all the way around, just like a traditional die. Okay, and at the very end of this video, if I have some time, I will make a little birthday card with bringing these stamps right back in, so we could do something really interactive. If not, give me grace and just know I ran out of time being a mama of 3 with multiple parties to plan for, but I think it's gonna be super fun. Okay, so now I have my little frames here, and I wanna get an idea for how to arrange them. I think I might even bring in some little ink stands just to make these a little bit more straight as I'm working on them. Okay, so let's just do this one at a time. I really like the idea, obviously, of having the little critters poke from the bottom. I'm loving that they are in black and white. I think that is adorable. Now, these are shorter in that they don't have the long ears. So, and I think, are all the sentiments, yeah, all the sentiments are pretty much the same height, so I don't really need to worry about that. How cute. See, and I just really want to do something simple here. I don't want to take it, you know, too far, but I think the color block plus the black and white image is just, oh, this is cute. I think I'm going to do Hey Girl Hey with the cat, only because, oh my gosh, it's so cute. I kind of like the idea of this one kind of going down a little bit. I don't want them all to match. I like this one being a little bit more right justified, and then the little puppy, we can do oh hello there, and we'll bring this one up just a little bit because we can do the the party hat here. Love it. Okay, now again, you can run in any direction. I think I'll put the little bow on the bunny. I'm loving this. This is so cute to me. Okay, let me go ahead and grab, do I want to do some foam tape? Although the foam tape then is not going to allow me to really let that fall in. Maybe I'll just, should I just glue them right on there? You know, I am all for foam tape. In fact, rarely do I ever omit it. However, I think that them being more flat, I honestly think it's adding to the whole vibe of it, because when it's just like drawn lines, it's not a dimensional project. So I think I don't want to actually add any dimension. So here is what it would look like. I feel like we have nice clean lines. I don't know that I want to add like any shadowing. I think it actually looks better to have it a little bit more of a flat project. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's kind of how my vision, it makes a little bit more sense to me. But I will go ahead, let's just move some of these to the side as to not get overwhelmed here. And let me put all of these little elements on here, and then I'll finish the other two on my own. The thing about this though is that it's turning out so cute that I feel like I'm not going to want to interchange it out. But how easy is it going to be, right? In fact, if you don't do the foam tape, it's even easier because you're able to easily slide these in and out. If you had the foam tape, it would make it really hard to slide it in and out, right? Because your little pieces would be too high up to just pop in and out of this frame. So just some creative things to think about as you are making these creative decisions. Oh, I think these are adorable. I'm really jazzed about this. Okay. Okay, and then we're just gonna have the little happy birthday right up on this side. I could also maybe add a little bit of embellishment just to make these super fun. Let's think on that for a minute. Let me go finish the other two and just make these more permanent with some glue, and then we'll decide if we want to add anything else. Okay, here is the third and final little frame, and I am not going to add anything else. Again, I like, for this particular look, I think that they look good, you know, really basic and really flat. It's just helping with the look that I'm going for. So I'm not going to add anything. You absolutely could, but I think the simplicity of the design would be interrupted a little bit if I went ahead and started adding some more embellishment. So I want to keep it super simple, but these are again going to sit on the little table. I usually have like a main table where I do little snacks, add the gifts, and then put a little decor around, obviously with the cute little streamers surrounding the base, but these are going to be a perfect little addition to a birthday party. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is work on a little cake topper, and I have this little acrylic cake topper. You can actually put just adhesive vinyl right onto the surface. What you'll want to do is remove the little film, which I'll show you right now. You'll remove this film. It's on both sides. I actually like to start at the bottom so that if my weeding tool accidentally does scratch the acrylic, then it doesn't matter because it's on the little stake part that does come or go right into the cake, so it won't matter. Okay, so there's that first side, and then you can just turn it over and remove the film on the second side, and then it will be a completely clear piece of acrylic. Okay, now I do have a tutorial on how to simply just decorate this. I've done that for a kiddo's birthday party before. However, I'm going to do something a little bit different and dimensional, and I'm going to do more of a shaker type cake topper. Okay, so I do have the file down below where I purchased this, and you can get, I think it comes with the alphabet and numbers if you wanted to make little shaker cards, and then you can size them appropriately in Design Space. But what I'm going to do is start by assembling the shaker part. So I cut out a piece of acetate, and these are all just layers that were a part of the file. So we have this little outline layer with the inside of the 6, we have the acetate layer, and then we have some additional layers. I think they even had one extra one, and I deleted it because I wasn't quite sure why I needed it. So we'll see if I end up regretting that or not. But let's go ahead. I'm gonna grab my liquid glue. Okay, and then I'm going to take, and I'm sorry, it's a little hard to see because it's clear, right? But I'm going to take this little outline part and I'm going to place it over my acetate sheet. And this is going to essentially cover up the little wall that we'll build on the other side of it for the shaker part. Okay, now, it's so hard to see, but here it is. Okay, and I'm just going to align this. And because I have liquid glue, it's very helpful because I can just wiggle it right into position. So bring this up, and there we go. Okay, and once that is into position, I'm just going to remove any glue that seeped out. Not a big deal, but I'll also place the little middle part as well. Okay, so I'm going to place that right here, and now we have our little window. Okay, so we have the little acetate. Okay, so we're just going to zoom in a little bit so you can really see there, but here's the acetate right on the back there. Okay, so now I am going to build up with some foam tape a little wall here so that my shaker can then contain itself, and then we're going to place it right on here. And again, I'm using all of those fun colors that are inspired by that little banner. Okay, so let's grab some skinny foam tape. Okay, so I have a really skinny foam tape here, and what I'm going to do is simply take a strip, and you want to focus on closing all of the gaps. So I'm going to go around here, and you won't see it from the other side because, oops, sorry about that, because we have that nice pink piece covering it. So I'm just going to follow that whole pink area and make sure that I close all of this. And I think I can even, can I bend it? It has a little bit of bend to it. Honestly, not as much as I would like, so I'm just going to manually kind of rotate that and making sure to close everything. That way there are no gaps where the little sequins pieces can fall out. Okay, and grab one more. And little gaps like that are fine. It's like big gaps like this that you wouldn't want because your sequins would just fall out. But little gaps, depending on the size of the fill that you're using, you'll just want to be mindful of that. Okay, finishing up the last couple little spots and checking to make sure that I don't see it from the other side. And the fill that I'm going to use is just a really thin sequins, so I'll be okay with just one layer. But if you had something that was really bulky, you might want to go over one more time. But make sure if you do double layer, you take off that liner before you do so, because it won't stick properly otherwise. You're just going to want to remove all that. Okay, I actually also am going to place one right in here, and really just for sturdiness. Okay, and it hides it really well. All right, so the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to remove, and it's probably easier with a little weeder, this particular thin foam strips. They are particularly hard to get the liner off of, so it's a little bit of a stinker, and that's why I don't want to put my sequins in right now, because this is a particular brand that I sometimes struggle with, so I don't want to accidentally nudge my sequins too much as I am trying to get this off. But the little weeding tool certainly helps. Okay, so this is one of my absolute favorite sequins, and I love it so much because it's just, it looks good with everything. So now I'm trying to decide, because I have to line this up like this, so it's probably going to be easier for me to put the sequins on this piece so I can visually see where to put the middle, or where to put this in the middle. So let me do, whoa, I think that's going to be a little too much. Actually, but even if it doesn't shake, because like how much is it really going to shake on a cake, right? It's going to be pretty, it's kind of just going to sit there. So really we're just trying to make more of a dimensional fun look. But if I just create a little middle part here, it's still going to be too much. But let's try to do something like this. And then will that work? Ooh, it still might be too full. Okay. But I don't mind it being full because, again, it'd be kind of fun to have it all kind of glittery. Okay, so then I'm just going to kind of keep playing and nudging some of these out. I'll link the sequins down below. Everybody, I firmly believe, needs to have this mix. It looks great on everything. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna try to, this makes me nervous, plop this down. Okay, there. Okay, how cute. I love it. Okay, I love that. And it still has enough shake, but I think we have enough to where it kind of disperses itself around so that a lot of it is glittery and it's not all just falling to the bottom. Okay, let me move these to the side. And now it's easy peasy. Now we're just going to layer. Although I do want to put, I think, some foam tape on here to really make this even more dimensional. So I will grab some bigger squares. And really this is just kind of for a dimensional look, so I can just plop a few down here. And then we can decide if we want to do the same to the next layer. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the final layer, because as you can see, we have two that are exactly alike here. Okay, so let's get this placed just so. Okay. Oh my goodness, I love this. And this would be such a fun card. This would be a fun way to make a birthday card too. So it's going to look something like this. And I do think that I'm going to add, should I do that or should I just leave it? I think I'm going to leave it actually. Okay, so now, no, I think bumping it up one more because you can't go wrong. I think it'd be too fun. So let's add one more. So then I'll just remove these as well. Okay, so now I have my little acrylic base nice and straight there. And I can place my 6 where I'd like it. Again, foam tape right on the back. And I think that looks great. Okay. There we go. Now, I did go ahead and cut out a second piece in this size on the same color because the back, which it really doesn't matter, right? But the back you can see. So what I was thinking is I would just take some glue and cover that up so if someone was looking at it from the other side, it would be nice and clean. So that could be something someone would deem a waste of time, but sometimes little details like that are nice. So I'm just gonna use some glue. It really doesn't have to be something that's going to weather the storm or anything like that, but I think that's super cute. Oh, nice and clean. Okay, so there is the cake topper, but what I think would be fun is to add some sequins. Now, I actually originally did cut out, is it here? Yes, I cut out some stars, and let's just see what we want to do. This could be super cute to have stars kind of surround. I thought it might look a little blank around, which honestly, negative space is just fine. But should we put some stars on there? Stars could be cute actually, or I was thinking we could even do some little sequins, which would be really cute as well. Even do a little bit of both. I don't know, I think the stars are kind of cute. And I think both might be a little too, I don't know. Okay, well, you can use transfer tape for this, or you can just, and honestly, it'd be kind of cute if we let some fall off the side and then we can just place, I think this is super cute. This is what I want to do. I'm going to have one kind of tuck underneath here. We can use a little X-Acto knife to just trim that off. I'm just moving around the placement of a couple. They're kind of just bothering my eye with how they played out on there, but I think that that's much better. Okay, now I will just turn this around and let's grab a little True Control knife. Oh, it's actually kind of going to be hard because it's not going to be flat on there, but I think I can just be gentle. Oh yeah, gentle enough. Do this one. Okay, so this would be the final look for the little cake topper. Isn't that cute? I think that's super fun. I love that. Okay, the risk of people thinking that I shouldn't do this last part, I just know my little cutie pie is going to love a little bit more shine, and sometimes it's not about the perfect design, and it's about making the birthday kiddo so happy. And I think it also kind of is balancing out those stars a little bit more. And I like to, when doing shaker elements like this, it's kind of fun to bring out some of the fill into the surrounding area just to bring in some additional fun. That's what I do in the shaker cards, so why not? You know, it's meant to be a sparkly, happy day. Let's do just a tad more sparkle. Okay, so finishing up that. And I think that's super cute. I love how it sparkles. I think it's gonna look so cute on the cake. And there's a fun idea. Let's again see if we can shake it a little bit. But I like that it's full enough too that, again, when it's sitting up on the cake like this, not all the sequence is gonna fall down. I want it to be full enough to where, you know, it took on that sparkle throughout the whole number. Okay, everything turned out so cute. I'm really thrilled with all that I accomplished. I love this shirt. I really just appreciate the simplicity of it. I think it is so fun. I love the tone on tone, and I think she's going to love wearing it. My favorite craft, well, tied for first really, I'm really loving these cute little signs. I think they're gonna be so, so sweet on the little party table. Let's get that little guy put back in there. But those signs turned out so cute, as well as this sweet, sweet little cake topper. I think she's going to love that. I think it turned out so darling, and I can't wait to see it on her cake. So fun. Again, you can use that same file, and if you didn't want to do a cake topper, you could do a really fun shaker card. Such a great idea. In fact, I almost want to replicate this on a card just for a keepsake for her too. I love these little pillow boxes, and I think I'm going to go back and actually get some more because I think these are a wonderful idea for Valentine's Day. I love the size of them. It's nice to keep things small and simple, and I like the fact that you can personalize them. And then finally, I am really loving how these little personalized scoops turned out. So easy. These are very inexpensive, and look at the size of iron-on. So make sure you're shopping your little scrap iron-on bin because you can use all of those little pieces that you cut off of bigger pieces. Of course, I also had the mason jars that I'm going to go ahead and put the little utensils in, but I think her little party is going to be so cute, and I hope you were inspired along the way. All right, let me know which one was your favorite, and if you stayed through till the end, put a fun little birthday emoji in the comments. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.